Little Orange Plum.
Hello everyone and welcome to Little Orange Plum. So today we are looking at a little subreddit called r/Insane People Facebook, and it is 2020, so of course we have plenty to look through. Okay, so to start off with, we have my cousin reposted this. He is in fact an idiot. Thank you for outing your cousin for us. We have real eyes, realize, real lies. That's sounding like some pot-induced paranoia. You know, the key is to smoke just enough to get buzzed, but not so much that you name your Facebook profile real eyes, realize, real lies. You smoke too much. You need to cut back. Moderation, people, moderation. Anyway, below that we have, my mask is on the inside. It's called an immune system. You have one too. Sorry, dude, but you're an idiot. We all have immune systems. The plague still happened. Because an immune system, not entirely, but in large part works on the principle of, you inherit certain immunities to certain diseases, or like ability to fight off certain diseases from your parents, especially from having been breastfed by your mother and having shared bodily fluids with your mother whilst you were in utero. You picked up a lot of immunities that way, and also various exposures to mild infections throughout your childhood and then adulthood. But all of this works for the premises of you have been previously exposed to something like this before, or vaccinated, or your parents have been exposed and have provided you with immunity from their bodies. Coronavirus is new. You didn't inherit immunity from your parents. You didn't inherit immunity from early childhood illnesses that are similar, because it's too different to currently existing diseases. We don't have a vaccine. Your immunity doesn't do anything. Seriously. Literally, it's the wild, wild west for your immunity. That's what coronavirus is. Okay, next we have, someone explain what the difference is to this guy. Drake makes music for millions of people who follow billionaire mindset accounts on here. You tweeted this at 5 a.m. He certainly has a hold over you. I'm in the UK. 5 a.m. is 5 a.m. Don't embarrass yourself further. He still lives rent-free in your mind. Nope. I can confirm. 5 a.m. in the UK is not the same as 5 a.m. in America. Also, bold of you to assume that just because someone is awake at 5 a.m. that means that they wake up early. How do you know that she's just not such a big, complete and total mess that she's still up late from the last night? Like, some people party hard. Maybe that's why she's up at 5 a.m. I'm just saying. Next we have, Karen didn't like this Halloween store's display. Karen doesn't like anything. It's Karen. What do you expect? Okay, so we have, Spirit Halloween on blank. Angry face emoji. I spoke with the man. Karen. You've complained a lot recently about us making fun of you. And then you do this. I spoke with the manager. Blank. And she got upset and told me to call corporate, which I will tomorrow, making this public so it can be shared. This is so wrong. And we have Trump masks stored in the devil mask section. Well, Karen, some people disagree with you politically. This is a thing. It's called freedom. You're supposed to enjoy it. Gotta love all the Republicans who are like, this is America, we're all about freedom here, until people disagree with them. You know? Comparing a child with Down syndrome to a child with their brain literally outside their skull. My friend carried her pregnancy into her 7th month with an ultrasound showed the fetus's brain was on the outside of his head. The skull never closed during gestation. She felt her baby all those months and couldn't wait for its birth. Doctors told her it wouldn't survive. She agreed to abort.
This is very sad, but it was still God's choice to decide how many days that child had to live on this earth. No one ever said that these kinds of decisions would be easy. My friend was told her son would have Down syndrome. She chose to have him. He turned out to be fine.
Yes, because a child who has no chance of ever surviving past the first few maybe days or weeks, and who will be in constant pain for their entire very brief stay on Earth, is totally the same as a child who has some developmental issues but can otherwise live a long, happy and fulfilling life. Really? Do we need to explain to you that there are different levels? There is, you have a disability, but you're gonna be able to get a lot out of life and still have a great quality of life, providing that the people around you are supportive and helpful and like reasonably respectful. And then there's, you literally will be alive for less than a year, and all of it will be painful, miserable, pointless, and you will not accomplish anything in that time except suffering. Not quite the same, my dear. Not quite. Next we have Horsey Guide to 3G. Horsey Guide to 3G. I just got that reference. Okay. Brett Weinstein says, Americans rooting against their president's health makes about as much sense as betting big on a chess tournament in which you plan to play pawns against monarchs. To which the International Chess Federation says that let me say again. The International Chess Federation says I can't say this goddamn word. Seriously, I'm not normally a text-to-speech app, but I can't pronounce this word. I'm going to get the text-to-speech app to the blank. Does not make sense at all, but if you want to learn how chess works, we will be happy to assist. Now, I'm a very bad chess player, but already I know, like, you can like, get the pawns to the other side of the thing and queen them, can't you? Like, why do you assume that a pawn is always a pawn? Sometimes they can be monarchs too. Anyway, Brett Weinstein, oh come on now. If someone decides to act in the interest of pawns against the interests of monarchs, they lose by normal rules of chess. It's a lot like hoping your nation's leader will fail. You can define it as a win, but big picture is a loss. You can take a king with a pawn, it's possible. I mean, it's going to be a lot easier if you queen the pawn, but it's possible to do with just a pawn, it's possible. But anyway, below that we have, please, continue explaining how chess works to the International Chess Federation. Oh my god. This is why I'm not smart enough to be good at chess. I can't even pronounce the damn words. Next we are, why do whites get blamed? Oh, good grief.
Do you think this all used to be inhabited by millions of natives? Why do whites get blamed when Spain, people who speak Spanish, were the ones who occupied lots of territory prior to the Louisiana Purchase? Spanish people are white as well. Speaking another language does not mean a person stops being white. Source, a brain. Yeah, it's kind of one of those moments for me as someone from Europe, because when I hear like Spanish and like people are talking about Spanish culture, and it's like, I understand there's a difference between like Latin and Spanish, but like as a European, when I hear Spanish, I immediately think Spain, which is white AF. It is a very white country, much as in the way that England is a very white country. It is one step removed from Jam and Jerusalem. So yeah, I am confused by why you would think the fact that Hispanic people are also conquistadors would make it not that white people have a problem with colonizing. We have like a colonizing addiction and a taking other people's land and like doing bad things and conquering them and shit addiction kind of a deal. We need an intervention for that. The Spanish people are white. They're just white. Hispanic, no. Latin, no, but not always. But Spanish, yes, white. Anyway, let's do one more. We have when they don't even bother trying to hide it. Post from Mark Zuckerberg. Today we're updating our hate speech policy to ban Holocaust denial. We've long taken down posts that praise hate crimes or mass murder, including the Holocaust.
But with rising anti-Semitism, we're expanding our policy to prohibit any content that denies or distorts the Holocaust as well. If people search for the Holocaust on Facebook, we'll start directing you to authoritative sources. It's not a good day for pronunciation, to get accurate information. I've struggled with the tension between standing for free expression and the harm caused by minimizing or denying the horrors of the Holocaust. My own thinking has evolved as I've seen data showing an increase in anti-Semitic violence, as have our wider post cut off. Okay, we don't need to read the rest of that long-ass post, because below we have, considering how modern Israel behaves, maybe the Nazis have a legitimate grievance. I am not here to discuss Israel's policies, but thing one, not all Jews are Israeli. Not all Jews agree with Israel. And there are a lot of countries whose governments have made questionable decisions. My country is currently run by government who are making questionable decisions. My government is currently run by a man in a bad toupee who says, don't go outside, but go eat out to help out. Lose weight, but eat out all the time. Don't go to work, but if you don't have to, but go to work. I would be very concerned if people were saying that British people deserved to die horribly on account of my government is shit and makes bad decisions that get people killed. Maybe it's not so that you have a legitimate grievance. Maybe you're just a hateful bigot. Just a thought. But anyway, that was most definitely Insane People Facebook. I don't know whether to recommend this subreddit because sometimes it hurts my brain, but that is a subreddit that exists. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!